Alright, what's up everybody and welcome back to the 2022 travel recap. So in today's video, we'll be recapping our travel to Enugu State. So in the last 3 videos, we have recapped our experiences visiting Benue State as well as Cross River State, and the last video was in Ebonyi State. If you haven't seen those videos, please do check them out. But in today's video, we'll be talking about our visit to Enugu State. One of the things we did when we visited Enugu State was to really check out the city and to see how the city looks like. And I must really tell you that that city is very well developed. Now, it's unfortunate that the current administrations, I'm not really seeing what they're doing in terms of developing the state further, but from what the state already have is what I'm talking about. It looks really, really lovely. And I must say that Enugu State seems to be like a state full of sculpture. Almost everywhere you go, you'll find sculpture. If you visit the city, one of the things you want to do is really to drive around and just check it out. You really like the vegetation. So Enugu State is the only state in Nigeria that have the biggest community workout culture. Now, if you ever get a chance to visit Enugu State, this is one thing you cannot afford to miss. So every day people just come out in Obara Square and jog, but on Saturday is the climax. On Saturday, lots of people come out jogging, dancing, singing, walking, making friends, selling, and all of that. So all of that really happens in Enugu State, and it's a very lovely, beautiful experience. So I mean, you can go and jog on your own, or you can go and walk on your own, but walking out as a community and as a culture is something that we really don't have anywhere else than Enugu State. So if you get a chance to visit Enugu State, there's one thing that you should check out, especially on Saturday. Go to Obara Square, join the community workout, and you'll have some of the best experiences. And right there you find all kinds of people, old, young, all kinds of people are there. People from all walks of life with different status in life, the rich, the poor. So people don't just also come for this workout just to work out, and get energy. It's also a time for them to just come and make friends and do business connection. And for those of you who are looking to get married, I mean, you can also find your spec there. So it's a very lovely place, actually. So do check it out if you get a chance to visit Enugu State. So the next thing we checked out in Enugu State was the most beautiful, magnificent waterfall called Awhum Waterfall. For me, this is the most beautiful, magnificent waterfall in Nigeria. And I say that because all of the other waterfalls in Nigeria are just normal waterfalls. So you get there, you see the waterfall, and that's it. But this very Awhum Waterfall is in a cave. And this is what really makes it different from every other waterfall. Now, the cave is something that cannot be described. The aura in that cave cannot be described. In fact, if you ever get a chance to visit that place all by yourself, you might actually just fall down in fear because of how majestic the whole place is. It's so beautiful. It's something that cannot be described. You just have to visit and experience it for yourself to really understand what I'm talking about. And because of this majestic aura that it has, because it's inside of a cave, you find out that most people actually just go there to pray, and they believe because the place is in a solitary confinement, their prayer will get answered. Well, for many, their prayer get answered, so I don't know, I'm not the judge of that, but my own point is, if you ever get a chance to visit that place, you get to see how magnificent, how aura, how powerful that place really is. And the beautiful thing with that place is that you have to trek for almost like 30 minutes or 35 minutes to actually get to where the waterfall is itself. So before you even get there, you have to still walk through the bushes, and you get to where you have like rivers, and you have to walk and put your sandals or your shoe and walk on the river before you now get to the waterfall. And when you now get to the waterfall, the experience is totally mind-blowing. Alright, so if I'm to put together a video and I said 10 places that every Nigerian must see before they leave this earth, Awhum Waterfall is definitely one of those places. I'm telling you, it comes top of those places. And when you get to the waterfall and you get, immerse yourself in that waterfall, the water hits you and all of that, before you trek your way from the waterfall back to, outside of the community, all the water would have dried up in your body because of the distance and all of that. So that place is absolutely beautiful, and it's one place that definitely, if I get a chance to do a curated tour for adventurers, I'm going to take people there and have some of the best experiences. So I totally recommend Awhum Waterfall.
Also, letters are the letters written by the British consulates in Nigeria to their foreign partners. They are reporting back to Britain. What's going on in Nigeria.
So after the Awhum Waterfall, we actually checked out the National Archive that is in Enugu. Now, one of the reasons why we checked out the National Archive that is in Enugu is because this National Archive holds a whole lot of history about Nigeria. There's a lot of things that you'll find in that National Archive you will never find in any other National Archive, especially things that relate with the Old Eastern region. You know, when I say Old Eastern region, including all the South states, we are all part of the Old Eastern region. So most things that happen, they are documented by the British. So if you get a chance to visit Enugu National Archive, you get to see those things there. You get to learn a whole lot of history about Nigeria that is documented there. So I did a video about it, and if you guys want to know a lot more, you can actually check out that video. It will be on the description in case you haven't seen the video. So another interesting thing about Enugu State is the street food that they have there called okpa. Alright, so if you're a Nigerian, probably you know what okpa is. And if you're eating okpa before, there's nowhere that you eat okpa that will be sweeter than the one you get in Enugu, because they're the originator of okpa making. So Enugu okpa is absolutely the best, and if you get to eat it, you really enjoy it. So one of the things we did was to check out the street food they have, check out the okpa, check out the abacha, and all the other street food they really have, and it was absolutely lovely. In fact, I did a whole documentary about the Enugu State, so you need to really watch that video. If you watch that video, what is about their culture, the feeding, the history of the state, and all of that, I put it together in that video. So please do check it out if you haven't seen it. And Enugu State is also one place I really wasted a lot of time because of the lockdown. So I got there like on Sunday. On Monday I couldn't really shoot because of lockdown, and then on Thursday or so, on Wednesday, Thursday, there was another set of lockdown because that was the time they were taking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the court. And those of you who know, who live in the East, know that each time they're taking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court, it's like those periods they also do a kind of a lockdown. So it's not just the Monday lockdown that you hear that actually happen. Each time it goes to court, there's also a lockdown. People just don't go to work. So during those periods, I couldn't really shoot videos. I have to stay in a hotel, wasted a lot of money. Man, the lockdown really got to me, but I mean, that was just it. So one of the things also I did was to check out Abakpa in Enugu State. So it's one of the places that people say is a very notorious place. It's a slum and all of that. In fact, people don't go there with camera. If you go there with camera, they will kill you and all those stories. So I decided to go check it out and see what it's all about. And it turns out that Abakpa is actually not even a slum. The place, wasn't looking that bad. When I compare it to some slums that are in Abuja here, it's actually worse than Abakpa. If you think I'm lying, you can check out my Abakpa video and check out my slums videos about Abuja, and you see that the ones in Abuja is even worse. So Abakpa is not that bad. But however, it seems like the people who live there, have a reputation of Anogri. Anogri is a slang word. It's like, if you stubborn head. Whatever I want to call it. So, but the place is totally cool. The place is totally okay. And once we are done with Enugu, so we went straight to Abia State, and oh boy, when we got to Abia State, we documented a whole lot of places and a whole lot of things. And I'll be bringing you guys the video about Abia State, the recap of the video of Abia State, and so we'll do that in the next video. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you've seen my recap. If you want to know much about Enugu State and all the video we did about Enugu State, please check the description below and you will find it there. And like I've always said, 2023 is here, so we'll be traveling to cover a lot more places. And if there's anywhere that you want us to visit, especially as it regards to adventure, please don't forget to comment below. For those of you who already commented, thank you so much, and we'll be visiting those places, God willing, to bring you adventurous videos for 2023. All right, so I'm still going to do probably a live video to talk about my upcoming travel that is coming up very soon, because we'll have to do that travel before the election comes here, which is coming in February. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the very next one.